Greetings, governors. A new age is upon us. We are sure to see more amazing things come from Ubisoft. There is still a contest in effect, and I encourage all governors to go to the official Discord in order to read the rules for submission. The Emperor has declared that we must build the most beautiful of cities. This is perfect timing with the update of the marvelous Mosaic pack. I have decided to make a short episode detailing these cosmetics. With that being said, this is not necessarily part of the submission for the contest in any way, shape, or form. I simply thought it would be interesting and fun to bring a little bit of life and talk about this new update. With that being said, this is a sponsored video. I was gifted a code for the Anno 117. However, I was not gifted the DLC of the cosmetic pack, and I was not told to say anything or speak of it in any sort of manner. These opinions are my own, and I do believe that the art department has done a great deal in order to make this a good experience. Keep in mind that although this is a game set in a historic time, not all decorative and functional things in the game are based off of history. For the reason that many of these colors that you see in everyday today would be very difficult to acquire in such a day and age. Things were different then, but there's nothing wrong with a little bit of art and continuation in today's era. Thank you for taking the time to check out this video. And if you're wondering whether or not you would be willing to purchase this DLC, I would personally say that it is worth it, as I played Anno 1800 on console, and the only DLC that I was able to get was cosmetic. It adds a lot to the game, and I've spent hours just trying to make things look aesthetically pleasing rather than actually finishing the game. On a side note, I am currently working on my own Discord for my channel. If you would like, leave a comment below and I can help make sure that you are added. And for now, I bid you farewell. May your civilization prosper, and your people be happy, wealthy, and satisfied. This has been a message, as a governor, passed down from the Emperor. Farewell. Alright, so this is the first look of the Marvelous Mosaic pack. I just recently got it. I've been trying to make this episode for a little while, but I've just been rather busy, so a little later than I wanted to, but it's okay. The challenge for the most beautiful city is still under effect, but this is not my main civilization here. This is just for this demo in particular. Right, so now that I've got it to a suitable balance, I can't do any research yet. So I just started this recently. I basically set it up yesterday just for this. I could use a few more people.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
Sent him on a mission. Okay. Now to get into what I'm actually here for. So I've built it up to where I can get a decent amount of balance. This isn't necessarily the layout that I would be choosing for permanent use, but we're going to start with walls and hedges. Cortical wall. Gates of Heroes? Oh, that's pretty cool. Hidden walls. Its strength lies in the stones and mortar and the ivy and nests between the farms. Oh, those springtime. Drawridge Gate. Speak goal and entry. What would be more deserving of protection than Inner Sanctum? Purchase garden that would be mine. Okay. Alright, so the reason I don't have my camera on and my border, things like that, like I usually do, is because I really want this to be focusing on the art itself. And for reference, I am playing on PC, but I use a controller because I have always been more comfortable with the controller. So if you see the UI change like this, that's why. It's because if I switch in between, that's what happens. Okay, so I can build a visual, but I haven't upgraded any of my citizens yet. So I might just keep them at tier 1 for this. So there's the Gate of Heroes. Pretty nice there. I am in Latin. This is just a normal difficulty. On a creative mode. Why is it doing that? See if I put one of these here, and I'm going to test out this smaller wall.
Rise with the stars and sleep in the straw, and no one will want to take your place.
So then if I take something like this, which looks like a really nice entrance, and then I combine it with one of these other walls, I can make it look like maybe there were some older ones that were left. Or just smaller ones. Put something like this.
Wanna play knuckle bones?
Okay. Let's see when it goes out.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
Time flies, as do we.
So what is...
I got him doing a mission just to raise a little bit of money because the cosmetics do cost. At least I believe so. They used to. Let's see. So I tested out these walls, structures and buildings, ground patterns. We're gonna go to structures and buildings first just because it's smaller. These are all the grid mosaics. It looks like. This is all the individual tiles. Lots of different ones going on. I like the idea of this one here. Really matches with my flag. You can see here it doesn't take up too much space. It's important to note as well that these... Oh, so it takes up about as much space as the red does. So it's important to know that these do not act as roads. So you can't ship goods on them. But people can walk on them. So your citizens will be able to walk on them, but feel like he's going on right now. But the carts won't be able to go over it, and it won't connect things. So if you're hoping for it to do that, I'm sorry, but it's just not work out.
When the seagulls cry, that's when sailors thrive.
Put the torches here.
Away, Praetor.
You shall have a prize.
Neptune's finest. Ready.
Alright, so these governors are really close together.
Wherever I go, there are these girls waiting for me. And there seem to be more of them every time.
Festina Lente.
Alright. Okay, so here's this going on right here. Sacred Tree Mosaic, Celtic Root meets Tessera, Sol Magnificus Mosaic, Taste of Decorum, Lecture and Art, that too is a form of form of conquest. This looks like something that you'd have church. The lavender scented fields, the
Our
proud
scouts have sighted new land.
Ephesus by an unknown artist. Flashy music, lavish garden music, tracks,
Our
songbirds.
scouts have sighted new land.
Very vibrant. So I've got one there. I'm gonna move this. Move this house over. I'm gonna try to put another one right here.
Fellow was killed by a bucket full of slop. Terrible way to go.
Here's the other one. So the colors for them are set. Which is really not a terrible thing.
His mind's been gone for a while. the moon, da. Whatever that means.
I'm just gonna give a little example of what this could be like. And these potted plants can actually go on certain places, which is nice. Let's see if I can put a potted plant here.
place here. My heart's blazing.
Give you an idea of how that goes. And that tile I selected, inclined burnet mosaic. So there's quite a few different ones that are tiles out and you can use to set your own. They already had quite a few.
Old man
Different
was
types
stubborn as a
of
mule,
earth,
but never cruel.
flagstone,
When he
and then
died,
this one, the
he
solar
freed us.
mosaic, which you could unlock. Why did he stop?
Sailors, forward!
Okay, so if I took... So you get this large mosaic here, and then if you wanted to, you could add...
Our scouts have sighted new land.
So you could have one that complements it, or one that contrasts it. Up to you.
That's another stick in the razor, huh?
And the tiles, Iris, mosaic, Iris? Ground pattern that can be placed below most ornaments and buildings. Purple. Irrigated sandstone. But these tiles work pretty much the same. They will not count as roads. Stone.
Put a stamp on that. Let them know who made it.
And then you can go through and you can place torches on them.
Welcome to Lily-Bayon, Governor. I am Valeria Turan, proprietor
You can
of
also
its
place
many
things like this.
establishments.
Not on the large mosaics, but on the tiles. Which is nice.
These weeds will be good for fodder. We'll boil them.
See if I make kind of like a tile square here. And having ornaments in your civilization does a little bit more than just make it look good. It it also adds to your prestige.
"20 more years of this ahead of me, and that's if I'm lucky."
I do harmonium.
Midas has ass's ears. Midas has ass's ears.
Numa. I don't know. I think King Numa's wife is pretty weird. Of course, this is just for experimental
The
purposes.
latrine is calling.
To
Can you
give
cover for
kind
me?
of an idea. Of how these things work. So with the ability to put things in a diagonal pattern, you kind of have a little bit more freedom in the way that you decide to set things up. Things don't have to be symmetrical. to be
Nowhere,
effective.
Praetor. Festina Lente.
So let's set there.
Any plans for tonight? Some of the boys from the Collegium found some choice and fry.
I really like setting torches out. Let's see, the planted trees, can we set planted trees in here? That's interesting because I actually kind of ran out of ground.
What a lovely brazier! My heart's blazing!
We do something like this. Create like a little garden. So that, yeah, this is just
Summer
kind of an
things,
example
lilac and thyme.
of things that you can do.
What could you possibly require? We stand, waiting.
Look at those gains!
Okay, this one's gonna have to go back home. Block route. Alright, one more, and then I'm gonna have to cut this one short.
20 more years of this.
We'll work on it a little bit more later
Lots
tonight.
of them lucky.
I'm gonna... Let's see, where's a good spot for it? I want to put... Bathhouse down. Give you an idea of how you can really combine these things together here.
That's another stick in the brazier, huh? I'm freezing.
Okay. Back a smidge. See, should I use a big one? Lavalier Mosaic, Lavish Garden Mosaic. I think I'm going to use the Lavish Garden one. And I'm going to show you how these can all be combined. Oh. Couple of oaks. I'm gonna have those ones. The Albion oak. Okay, that's not going to fit as well as I wanted it to. And I'm actually going to set this up in a way that it's not a full wall. I'm going to combine both this one and this one. to give it kind of a ancient feel. Like maybe it's been here long enough for there to be some older ones or simpler ones.
My heart's blazing.
And then I'm going to finish it off here with the file. Let's see, which one should I use for this one? Oh no, the purple one's neat. Oh, that's interesting. So you can actually fill it in the area and then just change it on the fly.
So you wouldn't mind being a cleaner together, new clothes.
That's not at all what I was trying to do.
That's another stick in the brazier, huh? Freezing.
So sometimes, especially when building things that aren't exact, you'll run into things like this where you'll have like a corner that's overlapping. It takes a little bit of moving around in order to fix that, but it's not usually a big deal. Or you could always just do something like this and let it fill itself out. But often it can lead to more being built than is really necessary.
His mind's been going for a while now. Won't shut up about the volcano and the moving dark. Whatever that means.
So you can kind of try to smooth it out or just keep it jagged. Really depends on what you're looking for personally. Alright, so now that that's set,
That's another stick in the brazier, huh?
you can choose. You can just change it like this, have it all the same or have them be different. I know that green looks really nice.
They came, I saw, and stayed for the drinks.
Alright, so then you're gonna end up with something like this. This is a little bathhouse.
What a lovely place here. My heart's blazing.
I almost want to create another district. I think I might do that. Let's start with... try to do this here. We're gonna put... another woodcutter. Well, that's actually not bad at all. Or I could subsequently put them... or here's not bad. Then... I'll have it go down this side or that side? I'll have it go down this side.
Got another stick in the brazier, huh? Freezing.
Should I do vegetation? Small shrub. A shrubbery. One that's nice, but not too expensive. A little path running down the middle.
If you're headed to Egyptus, would you read this letter for me?
What a lovely place here. My heart's blazing.
Alright, well there's a little something. Oh, I forgot to post the screenshots and pictures last time.
Salata. Salata.
It's okay, I'll check that out tonight. So, I'm gonna create another district. I'm actually gonna start this a little differently. I'm gonna build around. I didn't use the lighting actually. Lavish garden. This one hasn't been represented yet. I'm gonna build around the decoration. Oh, I can't have it centered.
I told him, meet me by the cast of Tiberius at sunset. Is this one Tiberius?
Okay, let's see. Still can't have it centered. What if I did this one a different color? Make it stand out a little bit more. Alright, from here I'm gonna start building the I can't quite put it right on top. gonna have it come down here and kind of taper off. Hopefully that's not too far. What is this? Oh, just some down trees. Okay. So now it's time for the gates. I'm gonna combine that with this one here. Okay, that's not bad. I'll be an oak, olive trees. About a couple oaks. Couple oaks. Some wildflowers. No, that's not what I wanted at all. Something for mono. Ornament russet square, marble tile. Ooh, I really like marble. Rustic stone. Sandstone?
That's another stick in the brazier, huh? Easy.
I like that. That's pretty cool too, but irregular marble tiles, ornamental. Grassy pavement. Get a closer look at that. That is nice. So this is going to be like
I told
town
him,
square
meet me by the cast of Tiberius at sunset.
here in
Is
the
this one Tiberius?
new province. I'm going to go ahead and add a couple of different things here. Should I add walls?
What a lovely place here. My heart's blazing.
And the wall is this vertical wall. And then we're gonna add obstacle walls. So here, I don't want it bending like that. So I'm just gonna use this to kind of separate. Have a few breaks here. Which you could, if you wanted to, put these new little arches in. The entrance here. Like this. Coming back over here to this area. I'm going to continue with integration of some of these other items. For instance,
That's another stick in the brazier, huh? Freezing.
maybe even offset this one. Yep. This one's gonna have a couple potted plants. Albion pine or Albion oak? With Albion oak.
Statue?
Albion pine on the side. Squash tree. As far as the entrance itself goes, it's not what I'm looking for. Okay, I'm gonna keep that simple kind of the way it is now. Just gonna go straight to the road. I'm gonna cut this one off here. Oh, it's because of this. Okay. I want it to fork. Okay, I want it to fork right here. So then there's a nice little fork in the road. Okay, so it's...
What a lovely razor! My heart's blazing!
So the area that I built here is purposely built in a way that forces it to be on an angle. I want to connect these here. How far do I want this to go? I want there to be space in between though. Alright, so this area is basically good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and use the upgrade tool to set all the houses and make sure that they're getting the supply. Okay, so I'll check my books in a minute. Make sure they're actually living, so. Again, I'm just using the upgrade tool in order to do this. So the reason it's doing this is it's only upgrading what I have selected to begin with, and building just on that. This wall is gonna look like it's all part of the same, but it's actually a combination of the walls as well as some of the pieces, bits and pieces from the DLC. This is to give you an idea of how you can kind of integrate them into
Let's make sure
either what you've already got
some
existing
things.
or what you think would look best. See, so these blend really well together. I'm actually going to get rid of a section of this. I don't think I intended this part of the wall to be all of this one anyway. It's okay though.
These weeds will be
Alright,
good
so
for
this
long
gives you an idea of how you can integrate these. So there's Music after. I did this purposely to kind of give it a little bit of character and show, you know, maybe it's not all the same wall, maybe it's under development, or maybe some of it's been around longer than others. Another thing that I find interesting is taking bits and pieces of dry stone wall
Midas has ass's ears.
and then kind of lining the road, kind of like this. That'll give the appearance of maybe having been around a little bit longer. And these walls have been here. Or you can use them, you know, to section off different hamlets and things like that. See, this was kind of a test on the wall I was doing right here. This is a more serious version here. Alright, so that's enough of that. Let's look into... So this is my new little hamlet here. We got the the bathhouse. There are two different tiles. Going to the grassy one, is it?
Uncle says the strays can stay. They'll eat the rats.
Rustic stone. Okay, so I'm gonna give a little bit of rustic stone here. I'm gonna have it taper off into more of a grassy pavement.
What a lovely brazier! My heart's blazing!
This will give it the appearance of kind of fading into the area of the grass. And you can even add something over here. Go off from there. There's lots of different things that you could do with this. It is important to remember too that you can place ornaments on the tile, but you cannot place them on the mosaics themselves. They are their own area. Okay, so short grass. Let's compare. Okay, Okay, so that's short grass.
Got another stick in the brazier, huh? I'm freezing.
Oh, I thought it had its own. I think I was thinking of 1800. That's okay. Alright. That's enough. Okay, so now I'm gonna go like this, and
Oh, you wouldn't mind being a cleaner, fella? We get new clothes. We get yourself a house.
see, this gives it more of a polished look, more of like a pep brown, and you can see the differences between the pavement here. Make it appear as if it is kind of tapering off into
What a lovely
the grass.
My heart's blazing.
And then let's see what I can work on. Muddy ground, hard earth. Let's do something from the Marvelous Mosaic pack here. We'll check out sandstone. Sun-kissed stone. That's not bad. I really like the marble, but I think it might be a bit much for what I'm going for right now. Okay, so going through all of this, we got Papyrus Mosaic, Purple Papyrus Mosaic, Purple Florals, Russet Florals, Russet Fan Pattern. Okay, let's see if I know what that one. Purple Fan Pattern, Irregular Sandstone. There's a granite, sandstone, rustic stone, marble tiles, irregular marble tiles, which is how the tiles are laid out themselves, sun-kissed stone, ornate garnet square. That looks pretty nice. This ornate russet square. That one looks pretty good with this one. Entwined russet mosaic. Entwined verdant mosaic. Four winds mosaic. Burnet winds mosaic. Arium pattern. light granite and grassy pavement. So that's all the ones there.
Mine's been gone for a while now. Won't shut up about the volcano and the moving
These are
dark,
the regular ones.
whatever that means.
Short grass, hard earth, muddy ground, flagstone. And then there's the solar mosaic, which is actually part of the Ubisoft rewards area. So you go to Ubisoft Connect. Go to the rewards, it's here. Okay, so that is separate from, where was it? Oh yeah, right, okay. That is separate from the Hall of Fame. This has some pretty good stuff in it, which is all game progression wise. Oh, I've still got quite a few here I could get. This has a few skins and things in it. Oh, I thought I got that one. I meant to. I need to actually get the rest of these. I've spent so much time with the cities that I never actually finished the story. Still a lot for me to accomplish. So everyone here is happy and all their needs are met. I could upgrade them if that's what I was trying to do. But instead, what I am going to do is conifer? Trim tree. Olive tree.
Got another stick in the brazier, huh? Freezing.
I'm gonna go ahead and accept that. Okay. Calm down now.
I hope you like it. It is nothing at all.
Stop and smell the rhododendron.
Put an Albion oak right there. Albion pine right there at the end. Lush shrub wildflowers. So I don't want to completely cover this space, but I want to give the feeling of kind of a regulated cared for garden.
Old man was stubborn as a mule, never cruel. When he died, he freed us.
Interesting, okay.
That's another stick in the brazier, huh?
Please don't. I'm just gonna move it. Hedges.
Had another sister, sold to a Greek wool merchant, and that was the last time we saw him.
Few undefined spaces here.
What a lovely brazier! My heart's blazing!
Gonna start with the walls here. And the trees. Hedges. So keep in mind too that you can change the way that this upgrade tool and the building mechanics work in settings to where it will not only do what you just selected, but everything you highlight. Same with the destruction tool, but I like it to be just what you highlight, so that way if you're trying to upgrade a certain citizens or build something specific, you don't end up doing a little bit more than you meant to.
That's another stick in the brazier, huh?
Alright, so there's a nice little garden area.
Fellow was killed by a bucket full of slop. Terrible way to go.
Okay, so as I said before, some of this land here, let's see. I think that light granite really looks nice for this area. Or I could continue with the grassy pavement. Sun-kissed stone. I don't know, that light granite looks really nice. I think we're gonna place that in some spots here.
Waiting for your decree.
Come on, transfer. Alright. Oh, okay. Where was I? Alright. This district here.
What a lovely place! My heart's blazing!
Of course, not all the areas have to be the same. Not like you and your neighbor have the same exact yard.
Statues from Albion. Oh, let's make sure history forgets about these.
So it's totally up to you how uniform you want it to be. I'm purposely doing it this way to kind of offset things and give some different examples. What is this one? Light granite. I'm gonna add some grassy pavement. And then just for fun, right here I'm gonna add some muddy ground. So when you first come into the district, this little area here is just muddy ground. I don't want all of it. I just want. Oh man, stop filling it.
What a lovely
Let's see if
brazier!
we can fix
My
that.
heart's blazing!
Okay, so it's muddy ground. Planning mode. I know, if I go like, what plants with those? These ones?
Yes, well, it's interesting, isn't it? What they get up to in the far provinces.
Interesting. So now that I've placed it that way, it's not going to allow me to. But I would like to add some spots of grass.
That's another stick in the brazier, huh? Freezing.
Alright,
Old man was stubborn as a mule, never cruel. When he died, he freed us.
I love adding torches. You can really bring your civilization to life when it turns dark. It is important to note also, to keep this in mind, that you can change whether or not
My heart's blazing!
you have the day and night cycle on. I believe by default it is actually not on. I find interesting, but it makes sense when you're trying to pay attention to what you're doing. It can be kind of difficult to see what you're doing when it gets dark, but I appreciate it. I believe it adds a little bit to everything that's going on and makes it feel more lifelike.
That's another stick in the
And
brazier.
then you can also change the time of the day manually if you want to. I do that a lot for taking screenshots and pictures. But I'm looking for a specific thing, a specific aesthetic. That's the word I'm looking for. There's Anuma's daughter, and his wife. Celtic Romano.
statues from Albion. Oh, let's make sure history
What did I put over here? It didn't put one over here though, right? Celtic Romano. I usually like to put Numa's Aquarius in front of the bathhouse. I think I'm gonna put Numa's wife right there.
What's it? My heart's blazing.
This is a little bit bigger than I was anticipating. Maybe I'll just move that over slightly. I could have it facing towards where the player would be looking, but I don't want it that way. I want it to be more realistic, facing the way that the people would look at it. Because if you're walking down the road, say you come down here, you'd want it facing the people. I don't know how to zoom in and out with the, let's see, just the mouse. Oh, it's not.
Our culprit has taken to the waves, trying to get away.
Okay.
A little reward, ex gratia, for whoever catches
We
them.
can go all the way to first person. Okay, so it's all in blueprint mode right now, but I'll take some screenshots here in a minute. They will be posted to Facebook, Instagram, and my Discord that I just recently decided to go live with, even though it's really not, it's not really ready for it, but it's a work in progress. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stick that there. No, I'm gonna move it back a bit there. Alright. Sorry, any squares? There's nowhere where I can quite. Could go like this, and I want a big tree here. I'll be an oak. Pine? Albion oak is one of the larger of the trees. I'm just gonna slip that there. And then I'm gonna create like its own little Small little fountain area. So there's lots of room for creativity with these type of things, especially now that you don't have to build straight roads. You can have angled buildings and angled roads. I mean, you could spend hours doing this. Like I said, I've never actually completed the campaign, which I really need to. But I also would like to be able to submit something to the Discord.
Yes, well, it's interesting, isn't it? What they get up to in the farm
Challenge.
provinces.
This is not going to be part of the Discord's challenge. This is not aesthetically what I'm looking for at all. This is more of an experiment and a showcase. So when I build my civilization, I've noticed a lot of people don't do this, but what I like to do is build different hamlets and districts on the same island. So like this area here will be separate from here permanently. I will keep them separated permanently. They will not meet, they will not touch, no matter how much I expand. This creates a buffer zone, and as well as making it possible for you to keep track of your civilization and the different classes that you have. For reference, this is probably the third or fourth, I think this is the third creative one I've done. I think I've done 2 or 3 different saves for the story mode, not including what I was doing for the demo. So I actually started at the beginning of the demo. This is the first game that I've actually been excited for a long time to come out. I played Anno 1800 on console,
What a lovely brazier!
which I really enjoyed. Thanks to Ubisoft, I was able to get a copy of this game for PC. They did not gift me the Mosaic pack though. The texture thing? That's interesting. That might be because of my settings.
Uncle says the strays can stay. They'll eat the rats.
So I do play on PC, but it's important to note that I use a controller still. I just feel more comfortable doing that. I could use a mouse and keyboard. I'm not opposed to using a mouse and keyboard at all times. Let's see, can I cut through here? These guys are going. I can't.
That's another stick in the brazier, huh? Freezing.
So a lot of the interactions and things, the buttons and stuff that I use are the same for as if I was playing on console. It's not. It might not be the same as far as all the glitches and issues go.
Fire has started in your city.
Oh, fire! At the hemp fields. Yeah, I don't have fire brigade because I never actually upgraded any of the citizens.
Statues from Albion. Oh, let's make sure history forgets about these.
I've noticed since the last few patches that there's a lot more animals running around. Oh, this mosaic is not texture popping. No, I never finished building that.
What a lovely place here! My heart's blazing!
There's a torch I missed. I went a little farther, I want to get back to it. Alright, so there's the statue I was talking about. This kind of gives you a reference of what it meant.
Lamb brains? If I'd known they'd fetch such prices, I'd have sold mine years ago.
Go. Check out the bathhouse.
That's another stick in the brazier, huh? I'm freezing.
Alright, and that pretty much completes it here.
A small fire has broken out. Too small to be of concern.
Too small to be of concern. Every fire is a concern. That being said, it's already gone out. Production buildings are done. Okay, so I'm not all that worried about that anyway. A couple torches that I missed now. Yeah, so having the blueprint mode on, or the planner mode on, can be kind of beneficial, but at the same time can give you some issues if you do what I just did and plan things and never actually build them. Alright, well, I think it's time for some pictures.
What a lovely brazier! My heart's blazing!
I do kind of wish that there was more options for the photo mode here. Yeah, that's not what I meant to do at all. Let's go back. As far as like camera, if you know anything about that and I'm just being ridiculous, please feel free to leave in the
That's
comments.
another stick in the brazier, huh? Freezing.
Anyone from Ubisoft, I would appreciate it if you gave me feedback as well. I know I'm a little late to the party. I've been kind of busy with work and things. But I do my best to stay on top of it and continue. I go live quite a bit.
What a lovely brazier! My heart's blazing!
I think that's okay. How do you think of that? Did I already get one of this wall? I don't think I did. I want one of the entrance. Okay. Here. Oh, look at that. Couple torches I missed right there. Alright, should I do...
What a lovely brazier! My heart's
do it at
blazing!
night? Probably not going to post all of them, but this will kind of give an idea. I'll have to go through and select which ones I decide upon. First person one.
What a lovely brazier! My heart's blazing!
It's gonna take a fair bit of time for me to go through all these, but it'll be worth it. Okay, not that one. Definitely wanted one of the entrance here.
Nothing from the land of Reed here. We have our own bread baskets.
That's a really good one. Alright, one more and then I'm gonna call it.
Fortunia's always been fond of jokes. That's why she smiles at me.
That's another stick in the brazier, huh? Freeze.
Alright. Well, thank you for hanging out. I hope you have a good rest of your day, night, and or evening. This has been the showcase here for the new Marvelous Mosaics pack. And this save is, I'm not actually going to keep this save.
What a lovely brazier! My heart's blazing!
But I hope you've learned something and had some fun with this one. Gives you an idea of what you can contrast together and what you can chain together. Oh, look at the barrel. With that being said, this is the Ghost Ship signing out. Peace.
Sorry, I got to go. Master's business.
Hey there guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope you had a good time with it. It ended up taking me a lot longer than I was expecting it to make the video, and the video itself ended up being a lot longer than I expected it to be. But hopefully you had some fun with it, and the timestamps helped out a lot. Please leave a comment, like and subscribe and all that good stuff, you know how that works. Feel free to check out my Discord, that is going to be a work in progress. Check out the official Discord. And have a good rest of your day, night, and or evening. Peace.